Hey guys, here is how we would like for you to complete the constructed response questions for Acuity. Most of the questions are multiple choice, as you know, but in math we get in this tricky situation where we're supposed to give you these pieces of paper that you draw on or fill out graphs or whatever, and that's a little hard online, as I'm sure you know. Anyway, here's what we want you to do. Your teacher is going to get the files, the question files, to you in some way. They might be in Schoology, they might be in an email, whatever. But you should end up with 2 JPEG files. You need to download those to your computer. Here is an example JPEG file that I've got with a question on it, right? It's going to look a little something like this. Complete this table. It's got some lines. Obviously, we can't draw on those lines, but that is what it looks like. Here's the file. I've got it ready to go. What do I do? Well, after you get the files, then you are going to go to Google Drive. And the way that that works is go to drive.google.com. Should take you to something like this. And you guys are going to log in with your student number at jeffcoschools.us. If my student number was 12345, I'd type 12345 at jeffcoschools.us. And then I do my password, which is the same as my Schoology password and everything else password in Jeffco. I'm going to log in a little different than you guys because I'm a teacher, but once you get in that bad boy, it should look a little something like this. You might not have anything in here. You might have a bunch of stuff from other classes. I don't know how much you've used Google Drive, but it's going to look a little bit like this. What you are going to do to complete your constructed response is you're going to create a drawing. So go to Create and click on Drawing at the very bottom. What you end up with is this blank page here. You're going to take that JPEG file, your question file, throw it in here, and you're going to use this draw function, this draw program, I guess, to complete your question. So if I want to insert something, I click on Insert. I'm going to insert an image, and it's on my computer, right? So I'm going to choose an image to upload, and it's on my desktop, and I called it Test Document because I'm being all creative-like. And so once you've got this thing uploaded and into the drawing program, here we go. It looks a little something like this, right? That's really hard to see. Oh my goodness, what am I going to do? Well, if you click over here on View, you can decide how big you want it. You can zoom in, you can zoom out, 50%, 100%, looks a little bit like this. Drag it around like that. Right, and so I can see the top, I can see the bottom. And for this question, it wants me to complete a table. I can do what I need to do to complete the table, and then I'm going to use the draw functions to kind of fill this out. It says, on the lines provided, use words to explain a rule for the pattern shown in the table. Well, to start off with, I got to complete the table, right? So I would use my mathematical skills to do X and Y and figure out what pattern it was. And then right here, I'm going to use my pencil. No, we can't because we're on a computer. What you're going to do is click on this T up here that says text box. And then you can make a text box wherever you want pretty much. And let's say it's 1500, 1500. Right? Oh, that didn't fit right. So click on it, drag it a little bigger, right? 1500. If I need to make my font bigger or smaller or whatever, I can come over here. So right now it's 14 point, maybe I want it more like 10 point, right? A little bit smaller. I can kind of hover over it and drag it wherever it needs to go. I can use my arrows on my keyboard to make it, you know, get it in there just the way it needs to be. Look, make it look all pretty. Okay, so there we go. 1500 completes the table. Yay for me. On the lines provided, I'm going to use words to explain a rule for the pattern. Blah, blah, blah. Same thing. Just click on the text box. Make your text box like, I don't know, that big. Here is my EXPLANATON of blah, 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 blah. Typing and talking. Okay, so you're going to use the text feature, the text box feature a lot with these. Let's say you have to fill out a graph. Well, if it's a line graph, you click on line, draw yourself a line, right? If I screw up, I can hit Control-Z, take a step back in time, works for most programs, Control-Z, make some of this stuff go away. But if it's a line graph, I can do that. If I need to draw shapes for whatever reason, like if I need to complete a circle or make a bar graph or pie chart or whatever, I can click on the shapes and decide what kind of shape I need. So again, if it's a bar graph, you know, I can make little cute bars right here. You have to click on it every time, which is kind of annoying, but and again, just like with text, I can select whatever I'm interested in. I can decide what kind of, here's the background color, let's make it black, right, oops, wrong wrong way. Sorry, I forgot about that. The fill color for stuff like that is over here. So if I wanted it to be red, that one's red. This one is, I don't know, make that kind of like a purpley color. But you can kind of decide on fill colors, outline colors, all that stuff over here for the shapes. And then, you know, if you needed to fill it in with text, you could put a text box on top of it, whatever. But this tool, this Google Drawing tool, should offer you the flexibility you need to finish your constructed response. Okay, so let's pretend you're all done. What do I do now? Well, click on File, and you're going to download this bad boy as a PDF. So download it as a PDF to your computer once it's all beautiful and pretty. So here's mine, Untitled Drawing 1. If I wanted it to be something else, like CR number 32, I can put the title up here. I just click right there to change the title, boom, and then once I download it, CR number 32, you don't, you know, have to change the title or anything like that. But there's my file, and so now that I've got this thing all beautiful and perfect and filled out, and I've used my text boxes, and I've made my bar graph or whatever I need to do for the question, then I download it, and I've got this file, and it's ready to email my teacher or upload into Schoology or whatever my teacher wants me to do with it. Normally you'll have 2 constructed response questions, so you want to do one, save it, and then you probably want to make another drawing, right? Because you don't want to lose this old one in case your teacher loses it, in case you lose it, whatever, it's still right there. It's going to be in Google Drive. If you need it again, you don't have to redo the question. It's going to be right here. So if I make another drawing, it's not going to copy over my other drawing, and I'd be able to do the same steps, upload the JPEG again, fill it out with text boxes, fill it out with shapes, whatever, and then download that bad boy when I am all done. If you have any questions, please let me know. My name is Mr. Self. I'm with the Virtual Academy. You can email me. Either ask your teacher or send me an email at rself@jeffcode@k12.co.us. Thanks.